Welcome back to Ken's extemporaneous guitar lesson workshop. Okay, we're going to go over a couple of things in this lesson. The first one is the A chord. We're going to do the A chord, the C chord, and the D chord. First, we're going to do the A chord. A chord could be kind of tricky. When I first started playing guitar, it took me a couple of years to get it right. And still, when you're playing a strange guitar, like one that you haven't played before, it can be a little bit unnerving to get it right. But to play the A chord, take your index finger, place it on the second fret of the fourth string, and then lean it over onto the second fret of the third string. You might not be able to get both of those like that. I happen to here, but what's going to make it easier to get that one is when you take your middle finger and place it on the second fret of the second string. So you're taking those two fingers and holding them onto those three strings in the row on the second fret. The A chord sounds like this. Another very commonly used chord in popular music, rock and roll music, and folk music. So again, it's the index finger on the second fret of the fourth string, then lean it over onto the second fret of the third string, and then press the middle finger onto the second fret of the second string. The A chord. Now, the C chord is a little bit easier to play. It's one of the easier chords to play, I think. To make the C chord, you are going to take your ring finger and place it on the third fret of the fifth string. Take your middle finger and place it on the second fret of the fourth string, and take your index finger and place it on the first fret of the second string. And then you are going to play the first 5 strings. You're not going to play that one. You're just going to play these 5. By the way, in the A chord also, you omit playing this string. You just play these 5. The 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. So the C chord, again, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and play the 5 strings. The C chord. The D chord. In order to play the D chord, you are going to take the index finger, place it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, take the middle finger, place it on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and take the ring finger and place it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And you are going to play the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. Omit this string and omit this string. So you're just going to play these 4 strings. The D chord. Again, the D chord. Take your index finger, place it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. That's the D chord. So far, the chords that I've taught you, by the way, I'm also going to send you a chord chart for those 3 chords, the A, C, and D. I haven't already, but by the time you get this, you'll have it. By the time you look at this, you'll have it. So the chords that you've learned so far have been A, I haven't taught you the B, the C, the D, the E, haven't taught you the F, but I have taught you the G. So in the music clef that is used most commonly in Western music, the musical alphabet goes from A to G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then it repeats again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It does not go to an H. The chords that I haven't taught you are the B chord and the F chord. The reason that I haven't taught them to you is because in their most common formation on the guitar, they are bar chords. And now I'm going to seg into the part of the lesson where I discuss the relationship between the capo and the bar for the bar chords. If you notice, I sent you a text message a while back saying to memorize that progression E0, F1, G3, A5, B7, C8. If you were to notice that, okay, well, let me say first that this is an E string, this is the low E string, this is the high E string. The relationship to that progression is shown as follows. E, F, G, A, B, C. E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, if you consider the nut of the guitar to be the 0 fret, the first fret would be if the nut moved up one from here to here. And the way of doing that is to take the capo and put it on the first fret like so. So now, when you play what I showed you for the E chord, only with the capo on the first fret, it's now an F. And if you take the capo and put it on the second fret, and then play what I showed you for the A chord, right there, it would be a B chord. So, knowing that about the capo, you would now know how to play all the letters of the alphabet A through G. Now, what I'm talking about with the relationship between the capo and the bar chord, when you make a bar chord, what you're doing is you're emulating the effect of the capo. So if you were to place the bar with your index finger across all 5 and then make the E chord right there, that is an F. If you were to take your index finger, place it across all the strings of the second fret, and then make the A string, the voicing that I showed you just before, right here, that would be a B. So when you're making a bar chord, what you're doing is you're emulating the effect of the capo. That is what I have for this lesson. Thank you for your attendance. My love to you and to Phoebe and to Rosie.